Hey guys, it's Lucas again, and I've been making a lot of videos lately, because I've been really bored. So today I wanted to talk about something that I have been realizing and discovering about myself here lately, and that is, okay, I used to have really bad social anxiety to the point to where I wouldn't even put myself in a sociable situation at all. And for a while it really sucked because I didn't know what was wrong with me. I didn't know if I was alone. I didn't know how to fix it. Pretty much I was just fucking lost, and I wasn't well. So, been dealing with that, or I dealt with that, and I'm still dealing with it for as long as I can remember. And, you know, it wasn't maybe till like 2 years ago that I finally reached a point to where I reached the point to where I was tired of feeling that way and I wanted to fucking change it no matter what it took. And I tried everything. I tried, going to the doctor. I tried going to see a psychiatrist. I tried dosing myself. Just all sorts of different things that I tried to do, thinking that I was going to overcome this. And, it really wasn't that easy. It was easier said than done. So, basically, what I'm trying to say is, I recently, I recently have been putting myself in uncomfortable social situations because I finally came to the realization that the only way I was going to be able to fix this problem was put myself in the problem so much that where I got used to it and I could handle it, and then eventually it just not bother me. So, yeah, I finally reached this age where, I'm to the age now where it's like, okay, my time is limited. I mean, nobody knows when they're gonna die. And I'm 26, and I have been living with that social anxiety and all that crap since I was 15 years old. And it kind of fucked with me for a while because it made me really hard to concentrate in school even. And I think a lot of that had to do with being around so many people that I didn't really know where I stood with. I only had maybe 2 best friends. But that's over and done with. You graduate and you don't really see who you graduate with anymore. I mean, maybe you do if you're lucky, but for most part, most of the time, you don't really see them no more. Because they all grow up and they all have their own shit, and they end up making a family and stuff like that. However, I haven't crossed that bridge yet. And I don't even know if I'm going to. I don't know if I'm meant to, if that makes any sense. But I've been putting myself in those uncomfortable social situations. And here recently, like, it's funny, because, like, when I first had the thought that I was going to do this, I was, like, terrified, but I knew that I had to do it. And so I tried it one day, and it kind of worked, so I kept trying it. Like, I used to let people throw me off my center like bad. I used to let people jerk me around, use me for what I got, and whatnot. Including, women, you know. Sad to say. I've learned a lot about why I probably am, or I was, really bad at being social with people. And I think one of the reasons is because I don't know, man. I've told people in a video this before, and I don't know how many times I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it again. I've always felt really fucking different from everybody else, and I know that sounds crazy, but I can't help it. Like, when you live my life, and you went through what I went through, all the bullshit, and you, like, push through it, not to mention all the other shit that you push through that I don't even talk about, makes me think, like, wow, I must really have a good reason for being here. Because if I didn't, I probably wouldn't even be here anymore. However, finding that reason is what's really hard. Because, you know, I get stuck in a predicament in my mind where, like, okay, you know, people gotta fucking get a job. Most of the time, they have to get a job that they don't like. And just to make money so they can go and work at this job again and do the same fucking thing every damn day. And not really enjoying what you're doing. Only doing it because you have to. Like, pretty much being a slave to yourself. And it's really weird. I don't know if I'm the only one that's felt this way. But, I wish I could find that reason, because if I could do that, then I would at least have one thing in my life figured out and straightened out. One of the big things that I've wanted to straighten out and figure out for a long time. Because honestly, this is the reason why I don't really have very many friends. Most people would say that I'm an introvert, I'm really quiet, I don't say much, I am more of a listener, and I listen to people talk to each other, and I watch how people react to each other and other people, and that's just how I've always been. But you can only do that so much, man. I mean, I eventually got to a point, you know, it's fucking hilarious, because my my brother once, he told me, he said, how are you gonna even accomplish or overcome something unless you purposely put yourself in that orbit to make that it's gonna happen? And this is just fucked up because, like, if it wasn't for him telling me that I was socially awkward, not just like hanging around him, because, okay, if you're brothers, you can hang around and be present and not fucking talk to each other and still be comfortable. But whenever you're, like, in a group of people and you're with your brother or some other people for that matter, you don't feel comfortable, or at least I don't. And he made me realize that whenever he said that to me, and that ever since then I have just always had a goal in my mind that I wanted to change, like, how I am. And I still, like, am working on it, but I'm getting better, but it's just really hard. And I don't know, like, if anybody else feels the same way or is going through the same shit or has anything to say about it, but if you do, leave me some comments and like the photo, subscribe if you want to. Other than that, man, I don't really have that much else to say about it. The only last thing I'm gonna say is the real kicker that made me change what I was doing was coming to the realization and admitting to myself that I was socially awkward, but I couldn't help it. And just, like, being told that and, like, noticing that is enough for me. So, that's what I wanted to talk about today. I didn't want to talk your ear off too much, but like my video, subscribe, give me some questions or comments. Have a nice day.